I think GTA 6 delay is not just because of the need to make game, but also include business partners' intentions, maybe. How do you mean? How do you mean, Play Buddy? What do you think the business partners' intentions are in that case? Because I think if Rockstar had a choice when it comes to the release date for GTA 6, they absolutely would have released it this year as they intended. But I think the hype for the game is so real and it almost like overhyped at this point. And also the expectations for the game is also very, very hyped at this point. They just can't get away with releasing a game unpolished. I think that's the issue. Because if I don't know if you remember, Rockstar is no stranger to releasing games unfinished, even though their games looks fantastic. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, their last game they released was fantastic looking, but it had a lot of issues at launch. So did GTA 5. GTA 5 when it launched had a lot of issues, and it continued to have those issues years into the game cycle. And people don't talk about this much because those are fantastic games, so people tend to look the other way with it because those are minor bugs. They're not game breaking bugs, but bugs nonetheless, right? Even back when GTA 5 released, like, it wasn't that hype. Like, it had a hype around it, but it wasn't that hype. The hype started with GTA 5 online taking off, and people like really getting into it. GTA 5 online just really took off to an insane degree. It just broke all the records and it started getting a lot of attention from all over the world. That hype started to build up for GTA little by little because of GTA 5 online. And then Red Dead Redemption 2 released. It was an insanely detailed game. The details of Red Dead Redemption 2 is, I think, even to this day, people still finding things that people have missed, you know? I think that was the thing about Red Dead Redemption 2. The game looks fantastic for the time it came out in, and it was so detailed, and the world was itself was so detailed. The NPCs had like these dedicated routines, they had lives, like everything was fantastic, and it's unlike anything that we've ever seen, right? And even like few years later down the road, now we're in 2025, almost 2026, we still not getting games that are in the same level of production quality as Red Dead Redemption 2. That's where the hype's coming from, because Rockstar at this point have set themselves apart from every other game development studio as the game development company that can make games to this level. The hype is real with the amount of budget they have allocated for GTA 6. It's like a freaking billion something dollars, like a huge budget. It's apparently the most expensive game ever made already. 2 billion investment. Yeah, exactly. There you go. $2 billion investment. It's a crazy amount of money. So the hype is real. They can't afford to make any mistakes with that because of that now. So I think that's why there have been series of delays. That's also the reason why they're just not releasing this on PC. They have always done that. I get that. But I think also the reason is they want to make sure that this also tied into consoles first. Part of the reason why I have mentioned this in an earlier stream, but part of the reason why they're also doing this for consoles is they know they can make a lot more money out of console sales. That's just the hard reality. And consoles also know that GTA is going to be a console purchase driver for them. This is why when this comes out next year, hopefully, you will see Sony, Xbox both doing steep discounts on their consoles at around the same time GTA 5 comes. They will probably even have a bundle for this. 100%. And they're going to have like a discounted bundle for GTA with the console. And I wouldn't be surprised if I see that, because they know a lot of people are going to be buying, especially Sony at this point, because people are leaning more towards buying a PS5 compared to an Xbox. They know a lot of people going to be buying the console just to play GTA. That's going to be a thing, man. That's going to be a thing. And also, Rockstar doesn't want to make any mistakes of having to focus on both PC port and the consoles and then deal with all the shit that comes afterwards. especially with PC, because PC is a lot more harder to cater to because of all the different specs everybody has. Whereas consoles is just one spec. If you get that right, you got that down for the all the consoles, right? Less things to worry about when it comes to a console release compared to PC. A lot of things involved, and I think that's why all the constant delays are happening, regardless of what people. Obviously, people are pissed about it now. People kind of borderline running out of patience now. We can be pissed about it. We can say all these things, but the reality of the situation is, no matter how pissed we are or how impatient we are, Rockstar is probably the only video game company in the world right now who can afford even another delay, and still people will be so hyped. The hype will be back on when the game finally releases, and it'll sell like hotcakes. And that's just the reality. That's just the reality. So you can have so much controversy around it. I mean, GTA itself is a controversial game. It has always been that. So that's not new. Regardless of all the controversy and people yelling about it, it's going to sell like hotcakes regardless of how many delays it faces. Hype might go away, but it'll come back on when it comes to the release. I think the global productivity will also take a hit when it finally comes out. A lot of people are going to be taking a week off, or like a half a week off or something, just to play the game. And I think you'll see a lot of people cashing on their holidays, their annual leave, to play the game, and we'll see the world productivity go down for a week or so because of that. And that's just the reality, man. And that's how hyped this game is. So I don't blame them for having to delay the game in order to get it right. But that's GTA, bro. GTA 6. If they somehow stop it up, they probably won't recover from that. I think Rockstar also knows that too, because they're on cloud 9 right now with their hype status. If they lose it, that's also going to be very hard to recover from. So they know they have to make this game the best they have ever done. And that's true for each time. Next one, whatever the next game they're going to work on, Red Dead Redemption 3, that's going to have to be better than GTA 6. They're so good, they kind of setting themselves up for this. So they are in the business of topping themselves up each time they have a release. They can't back out of it now. So anyway, that's where we at.